Oh no, she's going to talk about creativity. Oh no, I don't want to talk about creativity. I'm not a creative person. Okay, stop. Don't tune out. Don't worry. I gotcha. Okay. You might be saying, I'm a nurse, I'm an engineer. I'm not like an artist or anything creative. Au contraire. One of the saddest phrases in the English language, in my opinion, is I am not creative. To me, that's like saying I am not breathing. But I've been there. I've been there for the first 30 years of my life. I was exactly that person, the I'm not creative person. Like after finger painting, I was pretty much done because nothing looked like it was supposed to, and it was just all too scary, and I didn't like anybody. Well, it's vulnerable, right? I didn't want anybody looking at my stuff. I didn't like creative writing. I didn't like art class. I hated it all because I was not creative. That's what I said up until I was about 30. Now, I wrote a big blog, and it is kind of a big one, long one, but worth reading, about how I started a career of intention, really being more intentional about my career. But I could also say that it started before that particular life tragedy that I blogged about, which was my car accident. It actually started some years before, after a different life tragedy, which was a divorce. It was at that point when I was in my early 30s that I started my creative recovery. And little by little, I started doing things and really reclaiming just being myself, which as a human being is a creative person. Now, people who know me today think that's freaky because I am an idea factory. And if you had told me when I was 25 that one day I would work for one of the most creative companies in my industry, I would be like, not me, I'm not creative, unless maybe I was like, I don't know, the janitor or something. But hey, everybody can be creative. Everyone is creative. Now, if you think this doesn't apply to you, again, because you're not an artist or you're not a designer, you're not in a creative profession like I am, well, let me tell you something. Do you want artificial intelligence to take your job? I bet you don't. So I recommend that you start fostering your creativity. Here is one of my favorite books, Daniel Pink's A Whole New Mind, How Right-Brainers Will Rule the Future. That's right, How Right-Brainers Will Rule the Future. Yes, that is what it says. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got that right. So what he's talking about, he has some very clever phrases like the MFA is the new MBA. Oh my gosh, parents who are freaking out about your kids not taking a practical major in college, don't worry. I think they might be okay. In fact, I have a friend who, one of her sons is an engineer and the other is a graphic designer. She was very worried about the graphic designer. Guess who has been the most successful in his career so far, both in their 20s? The graphic designer. The engineer, he struggled a lot more. So the jobs of the future are going to be jobs that do not require artificial intelligence, but require creativity, which is really how we solve problems. You can't solve problems without a creative approach to things. So whether you think you're creative or not, I recommend that you start fostering your creativity so that you can have a job in the future and be in control of your life and your career. Now, I wrote a freebie for you guys to help you kind of figure out where you want to go and what you want to do, how you can have a career of intention. And I'd say part of that starts with fostering creativity. So I'm going to post a link on this site here in the comments to the freebie about how you can start, some things to ask yourself about how you can start living a life of intention. But it's not just for people with creative jobs like me, it's for everyone who wants to have a career in the future. So go out there and breathe and be your creative self, because the world needs that. Without it, we're in a big mess. Okay, see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.